Council, does that make sense in terms of the order of conducting this hearing today?
It does, Your Honor.
In mind then, let's go ahead and get started on the hearing. As I mentioned, Mr. Pryor, I'll allow you to proceed first with your motion to disqualify. If you'd like to call your first witness or make any opening statement, you can do that.
Judge, prior to calling any witnesses, my understanding is that all of the parties have agreed and have stipulated by signed stipulation presented to the court that the transcript of the recording and the recording itself may be entered as an exhibit in this case. So I would respectfully ask the court at this time to have the transcript as Exhibit 1, the recording as Exhibit 2, marked and admitted as an exhibit in this particular, as exhibits, excuse me, in this particular case. And I understand that all of the parties have stipulated, so I do not anticipate any objection.
All right, so I did receive the stipulation, and we will mark then the transcript. And that is, to be clear, the transcript prepared by Nagley Reporting that was submitted by the court of a recording made on Thursday, October 1st, 2020. And by stipulation of the parties, then that will be marked as Exhibit 1 and entered. And then the recording will be, obviously there's no physical exhibit, but there is a file that would be the audio recording that will be Exhibit number 2. And it is also admitted by the previously submitted stipulation of the parties. All right, Mr. Pryor.
Yes, Judge. Judge, at this time, we would seek the publication of Exhibit number 2 and have it broadcast.
Very well. So Mr. Pryor, typically if you're the one offering or publishing it, then you would play that recording from your destination, and then it would be broadcast over Zoom and on the live stream.
Right. And Judge, my understanding, and Mr. Means and I spoke earlier today, that he has the recording and he's prepared to play that. I would ask Mr. Means to do that.
Okay.
Your Honor, I can do that. And a question I have for the court is, I believe the first witness that Mr. Pryor intends to call is Attorney Garrett Smith. He is the one who created the recording and provided it to counsel. Given the Zoom nature of this, he's in the waiting room to join the meeting. I think it would make a lot of sense for any kind of questions of which been alleged by the prosecution as far as editing or deleting or altering of this recording, that Mr. Smith would be allowed to listen to the recording being played.
All right, in terms of that request, if we were to do that, Mr. Means, then I would think he would need to be actually brought into the hearing as if he were called as a witness and placed under oath before he were admitted for any other purpose. So
Agreed.
Wish to do that at this time. And Mr. Pryor, you're the one really proceeding here, but do you wish to have Mr. Smith brought in and placed under oath for
Yes, Judge.
Okay. All right, Madam Clerk, if you would admit Garrett Smith, the witness, and then once you establish that he's here, let's go ahead and place him under oath. Mr. Smith, this is Judge Boyce. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, Judge.
All right, good morning. You've been called as a witness in this hearing. I'm going to ask you raise your right hand, and I'll ask Madam Clerk to administer the oath, please.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in the cause now pending will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Pryor, you can proceed.
Mr. Smith, will you state your name, spell your last name for the record for me, please, sir?
Garrett Smith, Smith.
Mr. Smith, how are you employed, sir?
I'm an attorney,
Okay, and out of what jurisdiction, sir?
Arizona.
Okay. Do you know the name Summer Shiflett?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know the name Zuluma Pastenes?
Yes.
How do you know them?
They're my clients.
Okay. Did you have an occasion to have a meeting with Mr. Rob Wood sometime in October?
Yes.
As a part of that meeting, did you advise Mr. Wood prior to the meeting that you would be recording that conversation and meeting?
I don't know if I said it like, you know, that I was going to be, you know, having a recorder on the table, but that, you know, that there would be concern for what my clients were testifying about. In future, so, you know, specifically, I don't remember if I told them that I was going to record that or not. But I mean, there was discussion about it, but I don't know that I came out and said, well, I'll be making my own recordings of that interview. I don't know that I ever,
Okay.
I don't know that I ever said that to him specifically.
Okay. And Arizona is a one-state recording state, is that correct?
Yes,
You have every right to record that conversation without any concern about violating the law, is that correct?
that's absolutely correct.
Okay. And you did in fact record that conversation, is that correct?
I did.
You recorded a conversation of Mr. Wood talking with Summer Shiflett, is that correct?
Correct.
And then subsequently, you also recorded